Professor, vou colocar um pouco de pimenta na discussão. Vocês no livro falam bastante da importância das regras não escritas, né? Da liturgia do cargo, como o Joel falou que o presidente atual quebra todas essas liturgias e tal. E a Vera falou, o que a gente tem que fazer? Será que as regras que a gente tem dão conta de conter esse tipo de ataque? Recentemente, a gente tem tanto de ministros do STF escorregando ou talvez interpretando liberalmente demais as leis em algumas medidas autoritárias para brecar esse autoritarismo, como também ex-apoiadores do atual presidente, aplicando a sua metodologia, eu diria, pouco ortodoxa, para fazer frente a esses ataques. Então, a minha pergunta é, qual é o papel que você vê e qual é o risco que existe quando a gente ultrapassa também a liturgia, ultrapassa também a norma que nos regeu até agora, a fim de proteger o Estado Democrático de Direito, a fim de fazer frente a esses ataques?
That's a great question. Look, neither rules nor norms are ever enough to save democracy. Ultimately, it takes power. It takes power in the opposition to stop an autocrat. In a highly functioning democracy, in a very stable democracy, you could have a set of unwritten rules that keep things from getting too extreme, that allow for governability. Brazil started to develop this in the 1990s, in the early part of the 21st century, but whenever a country polarizes, like the United States has, like Brazil has, like Chile has recently, those norms tend to get upset. The norms are the first to go. And that might just mean that the political system is changing and that new norms have to emerge. Norms are never forever. They will last a generation or two and then change. But ultimately, the rules are more important. And, it's really frightening when presidents begin to break rules or to manipulate rules. And one of the questions I think you're asking is, well, what do other actors do if you have a president who's beginning to break the rules? Does the Supreme Court also begin to play constitutional hardball in fighting back? Does the opposition do the same thing? It's a very difficult call. It's a dilemma similar to what we were talking about with journalists covering an authoritarian. It can be problematic either way. If the Supreme Court does not play hardball, or if the opposition does not play hardball, the risk is that the authoritarian can win, that the authoritarian will stomp all over the opposition and consolidate power. There have been times where a tough, bare-knuckled, only loosely legal opposition has been necessary to stop an autocrat. But there's a risk to that. There's a great danger and a cost to starting to play loose by the rules. And that is that you create a spiral in which all the actors in society, all the actors in politics, distance themselves more and more, grow more and more willing to abandon the rules, and then democracy falls apart. Constitutional hardball is a dangerous weapon. It's a weapon that can break a democracy, but there are moments we have to recognize where it's necessary to defend a democracy as well. And we never know what moment we're in. We never know whether it's the cost of using constitutional hardball is higher than the cost of sitting and doing nothing.